If you've ever lost a Monopoly, you might already understand why most people lose in real estate. What if I told you Monopoly was actually teaching you how to build wealth the whole time? Because when you really break it down, the people who win at Monopoly tend to win in real estate too. Let me show you why. Think about the goal of Monopoly. It's not to get rich fast. It's not to make flashy moves. The real objective is simple. Stay in the game long enough for everyone else to lose. That's exactly how real estate works. Early in Monopoly, the smartest players buy property fast. Not because it's perfect, but because it's cheap. And this is where real life starts to look very familiar. In real estate, people say, I'm waiting for prices to drop. I'm waiting for rates to come down. But Monopoly never rewards waiting. You don't get a discount later. You just end up paying rent to someone else. The people who move early control the board. The people who wait fund them. Now, let's talk about cash flow. In Monopoly, the players who survive aren't the ones with the most money in hand. They're the ones collecting rent every single time someone lands on their property. That's exactly how real estate works. Cash flow keeps you alive. Appreciation is the bonus, not the strategy. Most people focus on price growth and forget that survival is what actually wins the game. Then there's leverage. In Monopoly, you mortgage properties to buy more properties. You trade. You build houses strategically. No one calls that reckless. They call it playing the game. In real estate, leverage isn't dangerous. Misusing leverage is. The game rewards players who use debt intentionally, not emotionally. By the way, the biggest lesson Monopoly teaches, almost nobody catches it. Nobody wins Monopoly by hoarding cash. Money sitting still loses power. Money in motion controls the board that applies far beyond the game. Let's talk about location. In Monopoly, owning Boardwalk alone doesn't make you rich. Owning the set does. In real estate, one great property is nice. A strategic portfolio is powerful. Control creates pricing power. And then there's pressure. In Monopoly, you don't get unlimited time to decide. You make moves with imperfect information and you commit. That's exactly how real estate works. The people waiting for perfect conditions usually end up buying from the people who moved earlier. Then come the cards nobody plans for. Chance, community chess, unexpected repairs, job changes, life changes. Everybody draws these cards. The difference is preparation. In Monopoly, the player with reserves survived the bad cards. In real estate, it's the same thing. And this is where real life hits different. Because in real estate, it's not just a game. It's your money, your time, your future. Here's one of the most important lessons. The banker never panics. The banker never gets emotional. The banker just follows the rules. The people who win in real estate act the same way. They don't chase headlines. They don't freeze when rates move. They don't rush because everyone else is. They play the rules, not the noise. Most Monopoly games aren't won in the first 20 minutes. They're won in hour two, when half the players are frustrated, emotional, or broke. That's exactly how real estate works. Most people don't fail because they made a bad move. They fail because they quit before the strategy had time to work. Monopoly doesn't reward the smartest player. It rewards the most disciplined one. And real estate, it's the same game, except the people who understand the rules early end up owning the board. So next time you play Monopoly, pay attention to who's buying early and who's waiting. If this made real estate finally click for you, drop a comment and share it with someone who could use this. And if you want to learn how to play the real game smarter, make sure you subscribe because this is exactly what we break down here. Once again, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.